Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today my client here came in for what we started out as a silk press and trim, and she just decided that she wanted to cut off all of her straight ends from her transitioning and some heat damage, and she just decided that she just wanted to do a big chop instead. So what I'm doing right now is I am going through and I'm literally starting from the point where she noticed a lot of the heat damage that was really bothering her. And that is where we started our guide, which is where our length, basically how long we want the hair to be going from front to back. So normally when I do this, I would do it with the hair wet. But because we kind of got to this point after we had already dried the hair and getting ready for the silk press, I just decided to go this direction and do it dry, which there is no right or wrong way to do this. Actually, doing a big chop dry can somewhat be beneficial than when it's wet, because sometimes everything will mesh in. But like I said, that's dependent on the stylist and their preference. So what you see me doing is I'm really just pulling the hair at a 90-degree angle. I'm just trying to use as much tension as I possibly can so that everything will be as cohesive as possible. And then from there, I'm able to just kind of see my cut and see my guide of where I'm going. Now for her style, we decided to just do a flat twist that she would wear home. So you guys really won't be seeing the finished product in regards to the style, but this was more for informational purposes when it comes on to doing big chops and also maintaining your hair when you decide to go this route, because I know a lot of you are transitioning to natural and this is a part of the process. Okay, very much so a part of the process. So as you guys can tell, I took off about 2 to 3 inches depending on the part of her head where we were. And then from there, I didn't go back in. I'm a firm believer in cut once, check twice. And then if you have anything that needs to be kind of fixed up, only mess with that area in its entirety. So I didn't have to go back and do any of that. If you guys notice, all we see is volume and density now. There are no sparse ends because we went ahead and took all of that off. Now what I'm doing is what we call a 2-strand flat twist. I am using our Elite Silk Wrap Foam, which, as I've always said to you guys in all of my videos, our wrap foam can be used on relaxed or natural hair. It is amazing when doing any type of twist out style, comb coils, 2-strand twists, whatever the case may be when it comes onto your textured styles, because it is going to allow you to have a little more definition. It also does not flake. It's a lightweight formula and it leaves the hair nice and shiny and silky when done. Now, when I'm doing my 2-strand flat twist, I always make sure that I'm putting a lot of, I'm not going to say a lot of tension, but I'm still using a lot of tension because I want the twist to be very uniform and I want them to be all flat, but still have a definite shape when it's pulled out. So what you see me doing is basically applying our Elite Silk Wrap Foam to her hair, and then I'm parting it out in the direction that I want the hair to be able to lay once it is dry. Now, she did go home with the flat twist. I am a believer in overnight textured styles, okay? So I think in my cosmetology world that when you do this service, I allow my client to sit under the dryer for a little bit just to kind of set the product in the hair, and then I allow them to go home with their flat twist because you can still wear it as a style. It's not a huge difference. And then they will be able to remove the twist and pull it out the next day and pick it out when it's time to go. That's just my thought process on it. There are some stylists who do the style and color and dry and all that on the same day, which I do. But for her, she went ahead and went home with hers. We just let her set a little bit before she went home with her twist. Now, I know you guys are saying, well, wow, that's a lot of product. Why do you have so much product? And why did you put mousse on the hair? So number one, this is not a mousse. It is a wrap foam. So it is going to leave the hair nice and soft, but it is going to add definition to the twist that we are doing. Number two, you do want to make sure that you have enough product on the hair so that when you are doing the twist, the foam is doing the work for you and it is making the hair nice and pliable and also easy to move through. And then you want to make sure you have enough product on the hair because you want every strand to, like I said, be as uniform as possible. So when I'm doing this, I'm literally using 2 strands of hair as if I was doing a cornrow braid, and I am maintaining the tension all the way until I get to the free end. That is how you do a 2-strand flat twist. Now, some people use flat twist, but they do it in the technique where everything is meshed together. That's not going to really give you the style that you're going for with textured styling. So this particular style is going to give you that individual twist look, but we are doing it on a flat twist. So it'll be a little more laid down than normal, but you are still going to be able to take your pick and pick out those roots and let everything stick out the way you want it to. So at the beginning of me doing this twist, if you guys notice, I did split the hair in two, and it stays in two all the way through. At the end of the video, I did use the diffuser so that you could see what the twist looked like without the product being on the hair, and how easy the product would dissipate, and it doesn't leave behind any type of white residue. So I don't want you to worry about it being so much foam, because guess what? At the end, you don't see any of the foam. The foam actually dissipates, which is a good thing about the Elite Silk Wrap Foam. I did not add any oils to her hair during this process. We simply did her shampoo and condition using the Moisture ELT shampoo and conditioner. We put a little bit of Moisture ELT leave-in conditioner, and then I'm using my wrap foam as my molder as well as my definer for the flat twist. And then from there, once she is dry, that is when she's pulling it out. She will apply a little bit of oil to her hands and fingers just to pull it out so that she has that oil on it. But you don't want to do it beforehand, because all it's going to do is just create an environment of nothing but buildup of product, and everything is meshing together. And that just doesn't make any sense to me, but some people do it in a different way. I'm not knocking anyone who does it that way. Now, what I did notice is after we did her big chop, her ends that were really straight in some places were nicely coiled and curled. Her hair seemed very full. It had a lot of density to it. So I think this was definitely a great time for her to do her big chop. And at this point, she is just going to grow out really, really nicely and nice and full without starting from a standpoint of leaving any type of heat damaged hair or unrelaxed hair or relaxed hair or whatever the case may be from there. So outside of the flat twist, you guys, how would you maintain your hair after you do your big chop? Some people like to do those protective but not so protective styles. As you guys know how I feel about those. Others will start wearing and embracing their afro, because there is a point in the process of transitioning where you do have to endure what we call the I can't do anything to my hair phase, where the hair is a little bit too short for you to wear it out, but it's a little bit too long for you to be feeling extremely cute. So flat twists and rope twists or two-strand twists, these are really nice styles for people who are growing their hair from this point. It will get you through the process, and it makes life a little bit easier, where you won't decide or try to think I'm going to go backwards because I don't know what to do. So definitely find you a textured style stylist who can definitely transition you through when you do your big chop. It will make your life so much easier. You'll be so much happier, I promise. But I didn't mention before, if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, and please don't forget to thumbs up this video. And if you're using our Elite Silk Wrap Foam, please comment down below. Tell me how you like it. I love our wrap foam, by the way. I love, 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 love. Now, what I'm going to be using is a diffuser. This is just because I wanted you guys to see how the product dissipates, because we're not actually going to be taking it out right away. But if you guys notice, with just a little bit of heat, the product just started to settle in, and her hair is not chalky. You do not want the hair to be chalky, nor do you want the hair to be white or hard. That is not the purpose of a wrap foam. The wrap foam is merely to create that definition, so that when you pull out your twist, the hair itself is still formed and nice, or in a nice shape. Thank you guys for watching my video.